Hello and welcome to Noble Reporting. This is your host, Dale Noble, reporting. In the headlines this week, Theresa May is finally removed from number 10 after a 2-year standoff against the public. In excitement for the European elections, the United Kingdom presses the vote early. Elections were held in India for the lower house of their parliament. Surprise, surprise, the polls got it wrong again as the BJP gained more seats. The Sultan of Brunei hands back his Oxford degree after realizing that it was run by a group of homosexuals. Men are to finally be allowed into a woman-only pond at Hampstead Heath, provided they wear a dress and lipstick. And Nancy Pelosi calls for a family intervention with Donald Trump. But first, the main story this week was the declaration of resignation from Theresa May. In a tearful speech, the Prime Minister stated that she would leave her position on the 7th of June. Parliamentarians and the general public alike received the news positively, though some remain doubtful after May's record of postponing Brexit twice, and just this week pushing back a vote on the withdrawal bill. We will have to wait and see if the Prime Minister remains true to her word and leave number 10 on the allotted date. The news of her resignation was quickly leapt upon by a number of opportunists hoping to take her place, like jackals feasting on the dead carcass of the Conservative Party. Tonight, the European elections were declared. A strong showing from the Brexit Party and the Liberal Democrats illustrated the polarisation of British politics, with an increase in Green votes showing the increase in stupidity. The SNP and Plaid Cymru also showed a strong turnout in their localities, highlighting a swing towards national identity despite campaigning to remain within the EU. The biggest losers were of no surprise, with Labour and the Conservatives losing for their overly political game playing, whilst UKIP-led votes as the Brexit Party took huge bites out of their support. Throughout Europe, similar scenes took place. Populist Eurosceptic parties took the lion's share of the votes, as seen in the examples of France with National Rally, Germany with the AfD, Italy with Lega, and Hungary with Fidesz. Whilst on the opposite side of the fence, Green parties across numerous countries, including Finland, Germany, and Ireland, also made huge gains. The nationalist Bharatiya Janata Party won the Indian elections with further gains, despite poll predictions for a loss. Though some claim that this phenomenon is reminiscent to the Western trend of media bias against nationalism, evidence would suggest a different picture. A number of online videos, from unconfirmed sources of course, show tampering with the electronic voting machines, prompting opposition leaders to raise concerns over vote fraud. This has led to many of the opposition to reject the exit polls and call for a recount, and rightfully so. We will provide you more information as the fiasco continues. The Sultan of Brunei has given back his honorary degree to Oxford University after criticism for his decision to install Sharia laws that criminalized homosexuality with a punishment of death. The decision came after nearly 120,000 people signed a petition to recall the decree, and celebrities including George Clooney and Elton John publicly denounced the decision by boycotting his extravagant hotels. This action showcases that with enough public outcry and celebrity bitching, we can be rewarded with small gains. In London this week, women have been caused upset after trans women were given the right to use a woman-only pond. The offending policy was applied to a pond on Hampstead Heath, a particular attraction to middle-class individuals. One resident who frequents the area had this to say.
It is absolutely disgraceful. What do they think we are, slatterns? No respectable woman wants to see the male appendage. Many of the girls here have lived very reserved lives, and this is no way to break that naivete.
More on this story in the future. And finally, Nancy Pelosi made headlines this week after asking the Trump family to have an intervention with the president. The Speaker of the House has taken shots at the president, after having won too many herself due to ongoing disagreements with the policies that he pursues. Despite having remained quiet and aloof to his tenure so far, Pelosi made the comments after President Trump stated that he would not work with the Democrats until they end investigations into his presidency. Garnering enough Dutch courage, the 79-year-old spoke out against the president, admonishing him for having a temper tantrum as she would a 5-year-old. The president has yet to respond to the remarks, making it the longest period to which he has not retorted a political opponent. Though with the Democrats hemorrhaging votes, it is possible that he does not view them as such. That is all for this week. Thank you for tuning in to Noble Reporting. See you next Sunday.